Love hasn't been the same since I saw you. Too many chances I done gave you to change. You always on my mind and I don't know why. Time flies and I'm sitting here all alone like before, trying to figure out what I did wrong. But all I did was love you like no one else could. If we ain't talking love, then you ain't had no part of me. I've wasted time with girls who only wanted finer things. And when I'm with you, baby, yeah, you got me feeling free. And I don't wanna live another day without you next to me. Love hasn't been the same since I saw you. Too many chances I didn't give you to change.
All right, what's up?
I don't consent to this.
You don't consent to this? We need you to consent before we start this because it could get pretty vulgar.
All right.
And it's running right now.
I didn't sign a contract or anything, so I'll take your ass to court.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third episode of Storytime Uncle Mike. As promised, I said I was going to bring someone on. This is my lovely guest, Austin Mayfield, the gentleman that I talked about in the last podcast I did. But yeah, here he is, alive and well.
What's up?
Hosting, coming from Texas.
Yeah.
So tell them about yourself. Tell everyone
What's
about
up,
yourself.
guys? My name's Austin. My whole personality is working out and it's related subject matter. I like Detroit way more that I'm not living there.
Mhm.
That's a big fact about me now. I think that's a huge part of my personality. I was watching the Red Wings last couple of days. I don't think I've ever watched a Red Wings game on TV. Yeah, that's about it right now.
Yeah, you're pretty active in sharing Detroit Lions stuff. I've seen every Sunday when we won, you were posting the you just got your kneecaps bitten off by Dan Campbell.
Yeah, Dre Bly is the new D-backs coach for the
Yeah.
Lions.
You know Josh was loving that because he had two turtles and we were young named Dre and Bly. You know that? Yeah, you really did.
I didn't know that.
You did. What's up with the sweatband? What do you got going?
I donated blood.
Oh, that's what that's for. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, so that's a perfect entrance to that. So tell us about your experience. So Austin donated blood today.
Yeah, so that took about an hour and a half. I normally donate whole blood, but apparently they try to get you and they get your platelets and stuff. This doesn't matter because they gave me a free ticket to Mardi Gras at the end of the day, so I don't really care.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, like 90 minutes in a chair. If you're over 200 pounds, don't do it. It's a waste of time. I sat there and squeezed that damn ball for like
What do you
the
get?
whole
What do you
time.
what do you
All I
think
got
you
was an apple
get?
juice.
What do you think you get if you donate semen? Spurs tickets?
Kids, usually.
Yeah, that too. But you don't get tickets from the go. It's just you and a date.
No, absolutely not.
Two Astros tickets.
I'm involved in, my neighbor put me in this is really cool. If you can do this, I'm going to try to find the name for it while I talk about it. But my neighbor signed me up to work as a research participant for random studies.
Okay.
They pay you like $100 just to fill them out. So yeah, if you're looking for a side hustle, first ad ever on Uncle Time with Story Mike.
Uncle Time with Story Mike.
Uncle Time with Story Mike.
I like that. It sounds a
I
little
did
creepy.
that on
It
purpose.
sounds a little creepy, but I like it. Yeah, we'll jump the link to that in the description. This is gonna be probably on YouTube, and definitely the audio will be on SoundCloud. But we have visuals this time for the first time, so this will be a YouTube one. So
Right on.
try not to get flagged.
I haven't said any potty words at all, I don't think.
Nothing yet.
I've been such a good boy. It
Yeah.
says 90-minute in-person research. They give you a computer for 2 weeks, and then you do the stuff for 2 weeks, and then you have a 30-minute exit interview. $750.
Damn, dude.
Participant pool: adults who live in Houston.
Oh shit.
I meet that.
You think they got that in Michigan?
Yeah,
They got you.
For
Dude,
sure.
They can study me. I would do that. Is there like a limit of how many studies you could do? You could just do.
I don't know. I
Right.
don't think so, unless you're involved with another one.
You're just a lab rat. You're just a
Like
damn
I said.
lab rat, dude.
That's what you
I had a
want.
couple of those when I was in college, like for like clinical psych. We had like some research activities that we could participate in, but it was always like you participate, you get a chance to win a Subway gift card for $15.
Oh.
It was like It was like I never actually got cash in hand. It was all this promised stuff that you never
They give
actually
you a
got.
Domino's coupon.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you
You
want to
can go to
put
the
this in your you know what.
you can go to the swim meet at Oakland University on Friday. Like, no, I don't give a damn. But yeah,
You
we,
get you an autograph from the assistant to the offensive coordinator. That's right.
oh, I know that guy. Yeah, he actually stocks the cooler at the 7-Eleven by my house. Some random Joe Schmo.
No, dude, if somebody was like, here's $20, I want you to kiss that guy. I'd be like, yeah, well.
Uh, is he clean? Does he got a mustache like me?
Yeah, if we
You know what I'm
can
saying?
get like Spider-Man upside down, kiss him so our mustaches get like bare lip. That'd be
Yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. I remember my first time seeing that when I was a kid, watching Spider-Man and seeing the upside down kiss. And I always had a fascination. I always wanted to do that.
Have you ever kissed upside down?
No,
No?
I never have.
I feel
I,
like I have.
I kind of want to.
I think you should.
Because I remember, because about the age, I had bunk beds, so I imagine, do you remember the bunk beds in my old house?
Yeah.
Remember like the stairs? I always imagine like having a girl like hanging from those upside down. I'd kiss him from that.
Dude, you have to listen. Closed mouths don't get fed. You have to speak up for what you want.
Yeah. Oh, babe, do you mind hanging from the shower curtain upside down real quick? Turn the water on and like put the hose, not the hose, the head going like over us, just so it's like the movie. You could do something. Could do something like that. But then it ends really dark. It ends in a tombstone pile driver after the kiss, and then you just fold their arms and they're done.
Just rent a hotel room and invite her over, and you're just dressed as Spidey with a strap hanging from the ceiling.
Dude, I don't know if I told you this, man. I'm helping coach baseball in New Haven. Did I tell you that?
No way.
Yeah, dude. You want to see
What
some?
age?
Varsity, baby.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, dog.
That's so random. Who's the coach there?
Pizzonia.
Nick Pizzonia?
Nick Pizzonia is the coach.
He's the head varsity coach?
Yeah,
Are you
dude.
serious?
Yeah,
That's not a knock on him.
No,
That's
no, dude, it's
wild.
freaking awesome, man. They
Bro, what is he, 23?
yeah, yeah. So I talked to him on the phone like 2 months ago, and actually, I don't. This hat's really tight. I gotta break it in. So I'm taking this off. But shout out New Haven. But anyways, yeah. So like I talked to him on the phone like 2 months ago, and he told me he was coaching varsity at New Haven, and then on Facebook like a week or two ago, he was talking about a cornhole fundraiser they're trying to do, and I was like, you know what? I have like a lot of time. I do want to get into like coaching. I see, it'll be something cool. Give it a shot. So I hit him up, and I was like, hey man, you got an assistant by chance? And he was like, I do. He's like, it's Jacob Dusich and John Rusin, but he's like, dude, I would definitely love to have you come out and help because none of them played infield. He's like, we need like an infielders coach, and like these kids are like pretty novice. Like as you can imagine, like New Haven, like we never even like played them, but like it's such a small school. They only have one team. So I've just been helping on Saturdays so far. Like tryouts, I think it's like March 3rd or first week of March. But a lot of these kids, like they've never played before. Like this one kid, he's a junior, and his first year ever playing was last year. And some of these kids are cool though, or like kind of good though. But it's tough, but it's kind of exciting at the same time because you really get to see these kids like you can like take like all that like Nick Pizzonia was like talking to me. He's like, like some teams like North has like a good talent, but they're good because like they're travel coaches and they're coaches in the past. Where they're starting from ground zero, so like you're really teaching them everything. So it just feels like that much better. Like when we start doing good and like we get some dubs on our belt. I'm like, yeah, dude. Like,
Till they get murdered by the kids who've been playing baseball twice as long.
well, you gotta see who they're playing though, dude. They're playing like Lincoln High School. They're playing
Yeah, but those kids got a little bit of hood in them.
yeah, that's true.
And that's the advantage over New Haven.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we thought the Astros were cheating when they were hitting the garbage things. These dudes will pull out a fucking gun to your head. You're like, you bet. I dare you to throw at me one more time. So
Yeah.
she's like,
I be telling Detroit stories just everywhere I go. Now that I'm
Yeah.
down here, because
Damn.
people. Okay, so this is completely off topic. I'm sorry. I'm very happy for you in your position.
Thank
I
you.
am. I really am. That's
Thank
actually
you.
really cool.
Thank you.
Wild that you can get a bunch of like young 20-somethings to go run a varsity baseball team like that. You're probably the
Yeah.
youngest coaches in the country.
Probably.
what I was gonna say is we have I completely forgot what I was gonna say. I'm not gonna lie to you because I just got distracted by
Okay,
talking about it. What were we even
so
talking?
we'll backtrack a little bit. Just talking about being like having a young coaching staff and coaching these kids who have never really played before.
Oh yeah, Detroit. Yeah.
And yeah, tell me these Detroit stories. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've been telling Detroit stories like crazy, bro. I was in a hot tub full of people that I won't disclose their information, but um it was around a bunch of people in a hot tub and they were all talking about like just the most, for lack of a better term, just uppity bullshit. Like
Yeah.
talking about like backpacking Europe and Spain.
Hmm.
And I'm just kind of sitting there like thinking to myself of my, my blue collar
Yeah.
Detroit Michigan roots.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, I was like, when people went to vacation where I'm from, they drove their asses to Florida,
Hmm.
or they hooked on an RV and went up north somewhere.
Yeah.
Like that was it, bro. They were
Yeah.
like, there was some like state to state travel and shit. But when they were talking about that, the only thing I could think about the whole time was just like bulletproof glass gas stations
In
with
Detroit,
the
yeah.
carousels.
Oh yeah.
Like,
You put on, you spin it. Yeah.
yeah. So I just started explaining that, and they're like, "That's a thing." And
Hmm.
like for reference, the neighboring town to me is League City, and it's voted the number one by far safest city in America.
Damn. That's
And I've had
hilarious.
some kids just say some stuff about them being scared, and I'm just like, don't ever leave.
Yeah. Dude, it would be kind of cool, like, be able to claim Detroit, like, when you leave. Like, people, have you had people ask you, like, if you've been to 8 Mile? Do you get that a lot?
Yeah, yeah, for
I
sure.
do.
And then like everybody asked about Eminem, so it was cool that we have like I have mild connection since daughter went to Chippewa or whatever.
Yeah.
That's always nice.
Yeah,
Shows
I get to throw in that my dad went to high school with him.
yeah.
Yeah, a couple years ago. My dad don't remember him, but he's actually in my dad's yearbook. For like they have like this like class picture, but then he was in a talent show and he was rapping with some other white dude, and that made the talent show page in the yearbook. So I thought that was sick.
Do you think he's the most notable person from the city?
From Detroit.
Yeah. Like who
Uh,
do you think is number one? Like if you just saw a picture of this person, that's Detroit.
it probably is Eminem. Uh,
Dude,
Kwame
I think
Patrick. No, it's got to be Eminem.
dog, I see so many insurance commercials with like Barry Sanders now.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. You might be right. I don't know. I'm trying like rappers.
Yeah, no, it's definitely I would say Eminem.
You could go like Motown too. Like I think about like Stevie Wonder, but is he even from? I don't even think he's
I don't
from.
think he is. Yeah. Um, I think like when you go to more like country areas, like maybe like down south, like Kentucky, Tennessee, they might think Kid Rock though. They might think Kid Rock, dude.
Dude, I'm the most annoying motherfucker in the world when it comes to Detroit stuff now. Like I play in the weight room with the college team. I play like 42 Doug.
Oh,
And,
come on.
and like Cowboy by Kid Rock will come on, and then kids will just start vibing. I'm like, do you know where he's from? It's like,
You're like where? Perfect opening, and then it just turns right back to you talking about the glass at gas stations. It's the perfect opening.
you know that Eminem actually didn't live in Detroit. He lived in Warren.
They're like, he lived where? Where did he live?
My grandma grew up in Warren, bro. It's not that bad.
Dude, I think everyone's grandma grew up in Warren. For real, dude.
Dude, that's another
Everyone's
thing too.
grandma. Yeah.
Everybody here has like I'm just differences in the areas, but like
Mhm.
everybody down here in this specific area I'm at by the bay has just a bunch of money. So their parents like own businesses or are like doctors, lawyers, insurance agents. And I'm thinking like I think every single kid I knew, their parent was probably working for one of the big three.
Yeah,
Like,
that is very true.
like just there's like one industry and it's gone now, pretty
Yeah,
much.
that is very true. Damn. I never even like thought about that.
Like somebody in the chain is working for GM, Chrysler, or Ford.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, never.
And then
Never
all down
thought-
here, bro, I see like I used to run into Lions fans every Sunday at
Mhm.
Costco, and I'd just be like,
You'd run into Lions fans?
bro, let's go.
Lions fans at Costco?
Yeah, there's so many people from Michigan here. Like,
Really?
because oil and gas and auto.
Oh,
Oil and gas is all down here. So like when the
yeah.
auto industry crashed, everybody just moved down here from Detroit, I guess.
Yeah, and I feel like that especially correlates to like Kid Rock. If you're a Kid Rock Michigan guy, you move to Texas, now you're really repping Kid Rock.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
cowboy baby.
Skid Rock.
Skid
You get all
Row.
these guys that go by Skid Rock with the skid marks at Costco.
Skid- Dude,
But yeah, dude, tell me more about Texas though. Like the food, like how does it correlate to like here? I like using the word correlate. It sounds like makes me
yeah,
sound
so
smart.
the first like culture shock moment I had
Mm-hmm.
was like, Texas is way more Hispanic. Like my way more, I mean like a lot,
Mm-hmm.
way more. That's
Mm-hmm.
not a bad thing. That is a good thing.
Okay.
Um, I had fajitas. My boss took me to a Mexican restaurant and said, "Let's get fajitas." I'm like, "You mean when they put like really like shitty top round into a pan and then cut it up with like peppers and onions and then like fry it to a crisp like right in front of your face and then you mix it with stuff?"
Mm-hmm.
And he looks at me, he's like, "Because that's what it is up north. You just get
Mm-hmm.
like a pan of peppers and onions and really bad steak."
Yeah.
Well, when you get fajitas down here, it's a bed of white onion and they put like I don't know what this is really bad right now because if I had to say what kind of cut it was, I wouldn't know. Not that
Uh-huh.
anybody fuck anyway, but like a beautiful steak, like perfectly cooked, medium rare, like sliced up, and they give
Yeah.
you like this garlic butter sauce and these tortillas they hand make,
Damn.
and like cheese and avocados and all the fixins, bro. It was the best thing I've ever had in my whole life, and I just
Damn.
remember looking at him. I'm like, this is like what real Mexican food is, huh? He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Is there a name? Isn't it like Tech? Don't they call it like Tex-Mex or something like that?
so well, there's Tex-Mex places and then there's authentic Mexican places, but most of them are Tex-Mex.
Okay.
But they're like mostly like they're all Mexican run Tex-Mex places, if that makes sense. It's Tex-Mex because we're in Texas,
Okay.
but it's just like slight adjustments to random things. But dude, they're incredible, and there's chains, and every single one of them is so good in their own way. They got like chips that taste like pastry, and it's crazy. They're all so good and so different.
Damn. Yeah, yeah.
That's like number one, and then I had legit barbecue at the rodeo last year. That was
Okay. Oh, at the
uh,
rodeo you did?
yeah, insane. I
Yeah.
don't like crave barbecue, but if you
Yeah.
want it when you're down
Man,
here,
dude, I really do. We talked about it earlier. I do want to go to the rodeo, like crazy. Like I one time I made a fair and they had bull riding, and that was so hyped to watch, dude. It was
it's
such a cool
crazy.
experience.
It's crazy being in like a football stadium that's sold out just watching a rodeo event.
So
That
is that in Houston where the Texans play where they do that?
yeah, so okay, so where NRG is, where the Texans play, it's right next to where the old Astrodome is.
Okay.
It's there intact. There's like a city zoning code there. They can't tear it down. So it's on the same property. They're like right next to each other, which is really cool because the Astrodome is such a cool building.
And you can't tear it down. That's where Nolan Ryan played. You can't just because he's stepped foot in there. You can't tear it down.
Bro, like the inside is like completely rotted and they like have armed guards guarding it. And I don't know why they're not tearing it down or whatever. But and
Yeah.
then Astro World was across the street from that. Like
Oh, where all those people died?
the amusement park first.
Oh, oh, okay. Damn, okay, I forgot.
Yeah. The
Forgot it was
Travis
amusement
Scott
park.
one too, but yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. But yeah, okay. Anyway, but I don't remember when they got rid of that, but it was a million years ago. But they basically closed off that whole compound
Mhm.
where NRG and the Astrodome are, and like vendors are set up all on the roads in the middle. There's like a far off building. It's like in three different locations, and then the main thing is in the stadium. And it's insane, dude. Like they got this event called Mutton Busting,
Mhm.
and all these little like farm events or whatever. But Mutton Busting is when you sign up your kid, and I'm pretty sure it's like 10 years or younger
Uh-huh.
and they have a little like a stall where it's a bunch of sheep running around like in their herd
Uh-huh.
and they take one sheep and take it away from their herd and they put a little kid in like a helmet and pads on top of this sheep and
Yeah.
then let them out to go back to their herd and they sprint at their herd like full speed and buck these little kids off and then the kids are just like crying and in pain and the
Damn.
parents just like go pick them up and take them up.
Dude,
I've never been so entertained in my whole life.
this sounds like a torture.
Dude,
It sounds like something like you like when I was a kid, my mom would be like, "If you're bad, we're sending like my she used to tell my brother, we're sending you to Super Nanny," and he'd be like, "No." Remember Super Nanny on TV? But like, we're sending you to what's it called, Nut and Bust? What's it called?
Mutton busting.
Yeah, but we're sending you to that. They're like, "No."
Dude, no, the kids are like waiting in line for miles. Like, sign me up, sign me up.
That's funny, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is with like rodeos and like torturing kids. When I was at the Armada Fair, So they were like, all kids like 10 and under, come on down. And they split it by like boys and girls and everything in between. But anyways, they like split it and they were like, all right, so we're all gonna stand on this. So okay, so everyone at the end take one shoe off. We're gonna throw it down like all in a big circle. Say if all these kids, probably 100 different boys and 100 different girls, all their shoes are mixed up, and they're like, all right, now go to this line on the end. They're like, now when we blow the whistle, you have to run and find your shoe, and get it on, and then run back, and then run back, and like when you first one who hits my hand like wins. I don't remember what they won. I think it was some like prize like gift basket or something like that. But anyways, like when you saw like the whistle blew and all these kids were like running to get their shoe, and then when they turned around, they're all hitting each other, dude. These kids were like, I'm not kidding, dude. Probably like 20 kids like went down and like were like laying there like out. And dude, people were like cheering and like going crazy, and I was like, "Where are we right now?" It was funny though, but they
Dude,
were
that was
okay though.
hilarious.
The kids were okay. It was funny, but like yeah, no, it was like ages. It was like I think they said like ages 5 to like 12. So it's kind of a
Yeah,
wide gap. So you have the 5-year-olds getting trucked by the 12-year-olds.
dude, those events are wild that they were allowed to do that or try to do
Yeah.
that.
So yeah, speaking, this is a perfect gate to.
Hold on, I got one more Texas thought.
Okay, yeah, go.
So we were at a bar with the baseball staff from the college,
Uh-huh.
just like hanging out. That's the season just started for them, so they're never gonna have a weekend off after this.
Mhm.
But this bar called Pitch 22 in East Downtown,
Mhm.
um, it's like sport themed. So all the bars in Houston are all like themed in some different way. Like there's this place called Little Woodrow's where they have like turtle races.
Okay.
Like I don't know, like there's all sorts of stuff like that. Like it's
They got they got the Sean Watson themed where you get massages,
yeah,
little rub and
yeah,
tugs,
yeah,
and you
yeah,
get some barbecue.
yeah.
They jerk you with the barbecue sauce. You keep going.
this there's like this turf strip with this little tiny like indoor soccer field in the middle of
Mhm.
this bar. So
Mhm.
when we got there, it was set up for like cornhole, like all the way across. So we were playing cornhole. It was very official, and they have
Mhm.
tournaments. And then like as we're about to get into a game, they close it down. They're like, we're gonna start dodgeball in like 10 minutes, and we're just like, dodgeball? Like they're like, yeah, and we immediately signed up.
Yeah.
I was
Damn.
like just I mean like a bar full of drunk people, just like 5-on-5 dodgeball, like one side to the other, and the whole place is like wrapped around the arena, just like cheering and like asking for names and screaming. It was one of the most fun things I've done since I've been here.
You see a mug just fly through the air. So that was a mug.
Dude, it was wild. It was wild. I'm not gonna lie. That was
Yeah,
honestly, it was so much fun.
that's cool. Was everyone like good sports? Everyone was cool too.
Yeah, it was weird. It was that's another thing about Texas that's very different than up north is everybody here is too nice, like nice to a
I was about
fault.
to say that. Yeah. So my buddy Grant that I met, he was super nice, and he was like telling me that like in Texas, he grew up in like California, moved to Texas, and he was saying that like just comparing
It's
the two,
bad. It's
Texas
almost
is
like
really
to a
nice.
fault because nobody like checks each other about anything, if that makes sense. Like nobody's held accountable. It
Yeah.
feels like everybody's just so nice about everything, and you just look at some things and like I told a kid came into a training session and asked me, he's like, "Can I bench 95 pounds?" They don't think I can, and I was just like, "No, we're about to
Uh-huh.
start." And he like was mad, like almost in tears the whole session. I'm like, "Is that the first time anybody's ever told you no?"
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Anyway, moving
He's
on.
like,
Go
Mom, Coach Austin told me no. Dude,
ahead.
I had another. So, dude, have you got like a pair of boots yet? Like cowboy boots? You
I never
should.
will. That's some poser. That's some poser shit.
Yeah, I
Or
heard. I listened to Neil deGrasse Tyson, Theo Vaughn, and Neil deGrasse Tyson said he bought some cowboy boots when he moved to Dallas, or not. I think he lived in Dallas or some. Oh, our free meeting ends in 10 minutes, dude. What the
that's
fuck?
easy.
Next time we do this, I'm gonna pay, bro. I swear. Um, where are we going though? Oh
We can
yeah.
just hang up. We can hang up and get on another one.
Oh, we could and then combine it.
Yeah.
Does it work like that?
Yeah. Well, when you finish it, it'll send a audio file to your desktop.
Oh,
I need the
okay.
video and the
Oh,
audio.
then you just hit record again, and it'll just keep going.
Oh no, you gotta get back. We gotta get on another call. But like on your
Oh,
desktop, it'll automatically save the recording when it's done to your desktop with the video.
okay. Damn. So we went for 40. We're like 35 minutes already.
Yeah, but you didn't record until like 10:15 a.m.
We did, damn, dude. Uh, what I was gonna say though, because we were talking about events like being different, like down south, but like talking about this thing in Michigan, this prettiest butthole competition that I sent you earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Where
And
still details need worked out on that one. We
yeah.
got
So we were like thinking, like brainstorming, like some how exactly would you judge the prettiest butthole? Is this only the way
no,
it
so
looks visually, or is it how are they gonna ask you questions like how many times you go in a day? Like what's it look? Is it
yeah,
only
is
how
there an IQ test for each butthole?
they should know how healthy the butthole is too? Because they say like beauty is on the inside as well as the outside. So like what I'm saying, like there's more to it. That's all I'm saying.
There's just a lack of congruency in the
Yeah,
article, right? Like it says prettiest butthole, but in the very first thing in the description, it says best butthole in Michigan question mark.
yeah,
Prove it.
yeah,
How do you yeah, I mean, like, okay, well, you know, guess it's inferred. It's from a strip club.
yeah,
But it
yeah,
does say prettiest butthole. I mean, like this is gonna be a clap contest, I have a feeling. Like we're gonna have I mean, if you're betting on this event, I'm sorry. It's not gonna go in your favor.
yeah, yeah. You can't judge a butthole by its cover.
And
Yeah.
I guess that's why this contest
Dude, what
exists.
if you gotta like pick up like a grapefruit with your butt, like in that movie? Just having all these butt exercises.
Kegels.
So do you just like go on a stage and just like go down and show everyone your butthole, and they're
I
like,
would
"Oh,
imagine so.
come on."
Hopefully, like the slow-mo guys on YouTube.
Uh, no.
There's a whole channel where they just take like they have this like $1 million camera that breaks things down to like frame by frame. And I
Hmm.
think somebody should be like on stage with like two big left and right like scoreboards essentially.
Yeah,
Honestly, they should just move this event to like Ford Field
they should. Yeah, yeah,
and then just like get somebody like right up in there and then show it on the big screen.
yeah. They're like, "We need you to pass gas. We need to see how that sounds." So like, it just
Yeah.
sounds like Adele. Someone farts, it sounds like Adele. They're like, "Oh shit, dude.
Hello.
Hello, butthole." That's just crazy though. But
Yeah,
yeah,
you win a grand. You
May
can win a
20th.
grand.
Actually, Deja Vu Lansing should be paying us for featuring their prettiest butthole in Michigan competition. Oh, all right. Who's the judges? Let's think like there's probably four judges. Who is the four? Kid
I
Rock?
don't just notable people from Michigan.
Yeah.
Gretchen Whitmer.
Gretchen Whitmer.
Gretchen Whitmer, the Kid Rock, probably Babyface Ray, and
And
then
Jason Hansen.
Jason Hansen would be
The
the
Lions
quarterback.
kicker.
I think yeah. Well, okay, if that was the panel, then I trust them to figure out which one's the prettiest.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna get done if that's who we're dealing with.
Yeah. The last round. You have to go and you have to sit on Eminem's face.
All right.
Like, is that a good butthole? He's like, that's a good butthole.
Moving on here.
I don't know how you move on from that. I don't know how you
Tom
do.
Brady's retirement sand is selling for $99,000.
Dude. That
Where the fuck is the sand from?
yeah, dude. I know.
Like,
How do
why
they
is
know?
it sand?
They're like, was like his foot imprinted in it? They didn't know. Did he actually stand over it?
He's not even in the picture with the sand, and
He's
I
not. It's just some random sand. And I saw that. So 99,000 is what they're asking for, but the bid's up to like $1,000. So who the hell bet $1,000 on some sand?
So somebody just went to the place where he took this picture and then took sand from it, and then selling.
That's what it sounds like, dude.
That's pretty smart, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, they're gonna be like proceeds go to TB12 Foundation for the sand.
Bro, that man has had quite the life.
He has, dude.
He has, and his wife is now
She's
doing her
single
own
now.
thing.
Yeah, she is.
It's okay, man. You can't win everything, I guess.
Yeah, I saw some dude. When I'm getting ready for work in the morning, my mom will like have the or not my mom. I don't live with my mom. My roommate. They'll have like the they'll have my roommate will have like TMZ on. They'll have like TMZ on. And dude, I saw it was like Giselle caught she was like caught like horseback riding with her personal trainer or something like that. And I was like, dude, just imagine whatever you do, like there's just a camera. Like, dude,
I
imagine
know.
how this personal trainer feels. He's like, but he's like, yeah, dude, I'm banging Tom Brady's ex-wife.
I mean, at this point, I think people are embracing it and just rolling with it and just trying to be as raw and real as they can without being offensive.
Yeah,
you know, which
that's
is
true.
cool. I like to see it personally, but people definitely get away with everything now,
Mm-hmm.
which
Yeah.
is good and bad, I guess.
Yeah, it
What
is.
about Shrek? Can we talk about Shrek? We have 4 minutes to talk about
Yeah,
Shrek.
dude, let's talk about Shrek, dude. So there was a statue, a monument, a Shrek monument that was taken in Massachusetts from someone's home. They had it right in front of their house. Apparently, I read the article. They had a dragon statue next to it, and they said that the dragon is quite lonely since Shrek disappeared last Monday. And the police are looking for this 200-pound Shrek statue.
Is it? I have so many questions about this because I have no context and I didn't read the article. You drive by this and you don't take it?
That's true. They're asking for it to get kidnapped.
I mean, like, we gotta have. I mean, I'm looking at how this is built up right now, and it's just like Shrek doesn't have feet. It's just like a concrete block that's holding him to the ground.
Yeah.
And like that thing so easily, you and your homeboy could flip into a pickup truck
Mm-hmm.
like that moment. But also at the same time, it's extremely poorly done. Like I think you
It
could
is.
buy one. Like you could buy one of these for way cheap. I mean, it's got teeth. Do you zoom in on the teeth?
Dude, it honestly looks more like Dolby from Harry Potter than it does Shrek.
Yeah, the ears are. I don't even. Let me get a picture of real Shrek in here. I need a reference.
Yeah, yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. No, do it. It's almost like they didn't like how it looked, so they staged it to get stolen. They were like, "We
Yeah.
need someone to steal this so we can get our money back and get a better one because this looks terrible."
And they're just trying to like hide it from their friends. Like, no, we don't have bad taste.
Yeah,
Okay, so for yeah, no, they really just this is just poorly done. Really,
it
it
is.
is. The eyes. Shrek doesn't even have blue eyes.
No, he doesn't.
Why are his eyes blue? Why are
Oh,
dude? Looking up Shrek now on the internet is a mistake.
yeah. You get like some
Just
like X-rated. There's probably some X-rated Shrek videos that are pretty crazy, if I'd imagine.
if you look up Shrek Gmod,
Mm.
there's just a bunch of like cursed images of like him like super jacked or like
Yeah.
2D or like with a gun or like
Well,
dressed as Jesus.
well, we saw this coming because there was a phase like in like 2015 where they had all the Shrek is love, Shrek is life, all these weird Shrek animated videos. So the kind of like weird Shrek phenomenon has been like going on an uphill curve over the years, and like it only made sense there was gonna get to this point where it got this weird.
I don't. Who else does Pixar have?
Uh,
Was he
uh,
is Shrek even a Pixar movie? Am I? Yeah,
yeah,
it is.
I think it is. Is that where like the little kids, like boys on the moon, and he's like fishing,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. What else they got? Like Small Soldiers, Wally,
Oh wait. No, this is DreamWorks. I'm an idiot.
DreamWorks. That's what it is.
DreamWorks movies. That's embarrassing that I said that out
Yeah, I
loud.
couldn't tell. I couldn't tell you what else they had there.
Here's the tier list. I'm gonna read it to you. What do we got? Like a minute left?
Yeah,
Less than a minute. Good. That's good. It's plenty of time.
it is.
The Chicken Run.
Oh,
Good movie.
I remember that.
Good movie.
I remember chicken. I remember seeing that when I was a kid. I had that on DVD.
And we have How to Train Your Dragon. Never seen it.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Chicken Run walked so Chicken Little can run.
Kung Fu Panda.
Okay. I
Wallace and Gromit. Now we're talking. Big
Wallace and
Wallace and
Gromit.
Gromit guy. Big part of my childhood.
Really? I don't remember ever watching Wallace.
Ooh, the movie Flushed Away. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that one.
That's a good movie. Like dog people.
Was
So she decided that
this was at where at the B movie?
hold on. So we're in my apartment. It's just like a Friday or Saturday night. There's nothing going on the next day. She looks at me and she goes, "Do you want to play a drinking game?" And I'm like, I mean, yeah, sure, that sounds fun. Like, what? What do you mean? She starts looking them up on the internet, and what she came up with is to drink every time they say the word "bee" or mention something like "bee related." Like there were criteria for it that were really specific. Like if they mentioned like honey or something like that.
Okay, or a
I'm not
hive.
kidding you. At about 5 minutes into the movie, I had finished like 3 drinks.
Oh
And
yeah.
most of us got so drunk, like 20 minutes into the movie, that we had to stop
Damn.
very fast. And here, let me pull up the number for that. Like, and I've never seen the B movie before this.
Yeah.
I want to show you how many times they said B in the B movie.
You're googling how many times they say the word B in B movie.
Here we go. So there is 155 B words in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, so that would be 100. It was just a sip every time.
Was this
Okay,
like a?
every
This was
time the
like
word
a.
B,
Was this like a TikTok?
172 times.
She found this online. That's where she got the idea.
Yeah, somebody just apparently came up with that brilliant idea that you should drink every time.
Dude, that is funny.
Yeah, it was a wild experience for me personally. All right, back to DreamWorks.
Dude, well, back to B movie, dude. I saw B movie one time, and I said I'll never see it again. It's like PTSD. I don't know if I ever told. Ever tell you about? Ever tell you when I almost got kicked out of the theater with my grandma seeing B movie?
No.
I swear to God, dude. I was in
Yeah,
like,
it sounds like another good B movie story.
bro, I was in, I think 5th grade. Yeah, 5th grade. I had my first girlfriend. I was dating Elena Johnson, who you end up dating her. You told her she would work at 7-Eleven the rest of her life. I actually am really tight with her uncle right now. Off topic. Well, anyways, I was dating her, and I went to the movies and I saw some with her in the morning, and then later on, I hung out with my grandma, my 2 cousins, and I'm like thinking I'm the shit. I'm like, I got a girlfriend. Like, I'm sweet now. We hugged, and dude, we went to the B movie. I went in there. Like I owned the place, dude. I remember sitting there with my popcorn, and I turned to my cousin Christopher next to me. So I'm in 5th grade. He's probably in like 2nd then. I'm like, hey, watch this. I take this popcorn. I'm throwing it at these girls. These like high school girls. There's like 5 of them. We're in Roseville. We're at the AMC in Roseville, and I throw popcorn. I hear this girl yell, "What the hell? Someone just throw popcorn at me!" And like her friends start laughing, and I'm like dying with them. I throw another one, dude. This girl stood up in the middle of the theater and said, "I dare you to throw popcorn at me one more time. I swear, you keep throwing popcorn." And I'm sitting there, I'm scared, dude. Now I'm scared. I went from feeling so good to being like freaking out, dude. And my grandma's to the right of me, so confused. She's like, "What the hell?" And I'm like hiding. I was so, and then security came with a flashlight. This is like right after I came out, so like it was like a packed theater, dude. And like, he's like shining the flashlight, asking if everything's okay. And she's like, "This kid keeps throwing popcorn at me." And I'm like sitting there like all scared, dude. And like the security when they started talking to my grandma, like got in like a knee, and I was like, "I'm not gonna throw popcorn again." And then like at the end of the movie, the girl she kept talking shit. She was probably like a high school, like senior in high school in Roseville, dude. She probably still works at the 7-Eleven on 12 and Gratiot or something. I'm 25 now. But yeah, dude, bro, I was like 10 then, 11. But I remember like I was like so embarrassed, dude. And that was like my like first hint in my life of like trying to be cool and then like getting totally like embarrassed, dude.
Backfiring really
It backfired. And now every time I see B movie or hear about B movie, dude, it makes me think of it and I get like embarrassed.
I honestly forgot the B movie was a part of that.
Yeah, and I like, yeah, well, like, lo and behold, I never threw popcorn in theater again. But yeah, this shit was wild, man. But what were you cooking though? It smells good.
Beef and rice, baby.
I can smell it.
Yeah.
You're gonna have all the Hispanic people knocking on your door wanting some.
Kiss me through the phone, baby.
Yes, sir. Dude. Dude, I was talking yesterday to my boy Mike who works at Extreme, and we were talking about this. So Jordan Frame, I don't know if I told you this. He's like shooting, like he's a like video production. Like he used to like shoot like a lot of like local like shows like in Metro Detroit, and now he like moved. He lives in right outside of Los Angeles now. So he was at a show, he was at a show. He met this guy who was like, he was kind of drunk, and he was telling Jordan, in LA, like you're seeing like celebrities everywhere. You never know who you're gonna meet. And he's talking to this guy, and this guy's like pretty drunk, and he's talking about his band. So he's an artist named Games We Play. He's like a pop punk artist. He's like talking to Jordan. And he has like connections with like, whose record label is it? Like, I think Travis Barker's like record label. Like he's like in contacts with them, and he's like homies with like Mod Sun and like Ian Dior and like that kind of people, like newer like pop punk. But anyways, uh, he's like talking to Jordan. He's like, yeah, man, I need a video production. Like, I need someone like to shoot my concerts. And Jordan's like, yeah, I would help you out. And then he just kind of like how like thought Jordan kind of thought it was just like a drunk conversation in a bar with some guy. Like he didn't think it was gonna go anywhere. But this dude was like, yeah, I'm going on tour with All Time Low in Europe, and I'm opening for Fall Out Boy in Chicago and Nashville in a couple weeks. He's like, or would you be interested? And Jordan was like, yeah, I'd be interested. Like, still kind of like didn't know how serious it was. The next day, the guy hit him up. And now Jordan's like shooting for him, dude. His name's Games We Play. I'll send you some of his music later. He's pretty dope, dude. But Jordan's shooting for them, and he actually posted a picture last week of Games We Played of him, Jordan, and Pete Wentz like standing in a circle.
Pretty
But
sick.
like I bring this up because like Jordan said Fall Out Boy, like they were all sick, dude. This was in Chicago. But he said like they're all like super short, dude. Pete Wentz is the tallest one and he's 5'5". So I'm sitting at the gym yesterday, all four of them. Dude, Patrick Stump is like 5'4". The drummer's like 5'3". Like, dude, all four of them are under 5'5" or 5'6". But isn't that funny, dude? Like, think about like celebrities' height, because like you like think like these celebrities, you think of them as like these like people that are like almost like not real, you know, but they're like normal people. And this dude's they're all like
Let's
5
get this
feet.
clear. Celebrities aren't real people.
Yeah, yeah, they're not real
Lizard.
people. They're just as real as Santa Claus.
They have lizard brains,
Yeah, they do.
and then they tunnel to Middle Earth and
They
meet
do.
about things, and they drink
Yeah.
the blood of small children, and you know,
And headbang to Kid Rock.
pedophile.
Yeah. All been to
What?
Epstein Island. They've all been to
Yeah,
Epstein
not even
Island.
Epstein Island. These are where the lizards go.
Yeah. For
Where they
real.
suck the blood of babies.
Yeah. But so Jordan's like did these shows for like opening for Fall Out Boy, and then he's going to Europe for All Time Low, and then they're coming back. He's opening for Fall Out Boy when he does his American tour like in the fall. But dude, I was just amazed by like how tall all of them were. Dude, I was like, where are they touring, dude? The Shire? Fucking some damn hobbits, dude.
Bro, that's bad. There's some dude, random, but it's made me think of it. Is there's two kids. I probably already said something about this, but there's these two meatheads from St. Clair Shores that just went viral as like fitness influencers
Uh-huh.
called the Trend Twins.
Mm. You
And
did
they're
mention some
also
about them.
they're also just like, I mean, when you think of St. Clair Shores, you can pretty much just have like this good image of exactly who they are, but they're two Italian white kids from St.
Oh,
Clair Shores. Which
okay.
just like it pretty much describes them in general. But yeah, they're both like, I think they claim to be like 5'8", 5'9", but they're for sure like, I've never seen them in real life, so I don't know, but like 5'6", 5'7".
Oh
Also
shit.
just like way shorter than I
Yeah,
realized.
dude.
But
Some
yeah,
damn
so I
Oompa
guess like if you
Loompas.
want to be famous, just be like smaller.
Yeah. Well, I always thought like pro athletes, they kind of like they boost their height and their weight. But
I
like,
remember the first time I saw Tim Lincecum in real life, his shit said 5'11". I was standing next to him and he came up to like my chin.
you stood next to Tim
5'10".
Lincecum?
What?
You stood next to Tim Lincecum?
Yeah, we went and saw the Reds play the Giants at Great American Ballpark, and he pitched like way back in the day.
Oh shit.
And yeah, he was very short.
Damn, they really
Very
boosted his
short.
shit. Yeah.
Like 4 or 5 inches on that one.
And,
Not
and
even
Matt,
6 foot. You know, okay, so anything, this is hard because I am 5'10", like legit.
yeah.
Like 6 foot, you have the respect of women and children everywhere.
Mhm.
And we none of us are fortunate to be there. I think 6 foot's like this made up unicorn number.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, and then everything from like 5'8" to 5'11" is complete eyewash.
Yeah.
The whole idea of like ranking something top two, like if you say something top two, it's second.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't say it, you just say it was the best if it wasn't. Like there's cut the bullshit out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you say your height is 5'11", what you really mean is that you're like 5'8" and you wish you were 6 foot.
Exactly. Yeah. My license says 5'8", but I'm more like I think I'm 5'7".
Yeah, I
5'6",
mean, dude,
honestly.
if it's like an inch, a half an inch, I don't really care. But when you're 25,
Yeah.
and you're explaining to people who are the same height as you next to you that you're taller than them.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm
Not the
tall.
best look in the world.
I think I'm taller in the summertime, and I think I'm shorter in the winter. Because like in the wintertime, I'm always just so cold. I'm like cold and brittles. I think like I expand in the summer.
To people in warmer.
I like grow with the leaves. I think I don't know. Oh, back cooking, huh? Imagine being like Tim Lincecum and like some girl right online that you're like 5'11". They're like, oh, okay, all right. And they go on a date and they're like, yeah, he's like 5'6". Like having that much money and girls are still like rejecting you because of your height. But on the real note, though, like, what do you think Tim Lincecum's doing now?
What?
What do you think Tim Lincecum's doing now? You think he's like selling cars?
Isn't he like one of those guys who's like working for weed companies now?
I could see that. Because yeah, I know he was always pro cannabis use, like when he was playing. I remember that. Did he get in trouble for weed a couple
I think
times?
so, at some point.
I think he did. Just like Michael Phelps.
Like, 'cause he was bad. Like the year he got caught for smoking weed, he was also really bad.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
came off
he fell off fast.
like tastes like shit and was like high all the time. So they were like, ha ha.
Yeah, dude, speaking of baseball, man, you see the Tigers' new announcers?
No,
Who they hired? Cameron Maben and Todd Jones. I know you used to have a Cameron Maben jersey. Yeah, you had a Cameron Maben jersey, so you're probably bricked up right now.
I would pay money. I don't know where that's at right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
If I had that jersey right now, I would still wear it, I think.
But yeah, it's Maben and Todd Jones, and they still have Craig Monroe doing, I think, like post game stuff.
Well, dude, I wish they would have shown Mario and Tumba and Rod Allen fist fighting. Like,
Oh, dude, yeah, I would have paid big money for that.
they should have
To
just
see
made
that.
it like a cage match. Like whoever wins keeps their job.
Yeah. Dude, that would be like you talk about like weird events or like cool stuff like dodgeball, like in Texas. They should do that like couples fighting. Like not fighting each other, but fighting other couples. Maybe a fun tournament.
Like,
Imagine that. Yeah, just like you and your girl just fighting another couple.
when
And it doesn't have to be guy fighting guy and girl fighting girl. It's a free for all. Are you going straight? Who are you hitting first?
I don't know. Are weapons allowed?
Uh,
Like only medieval weapons.
yeah, medieval couple fighting.
What's the name for the knight armor where you can't like cut through it? What's that called?
The one that Frodo was wearing in Lord of the Rings?
Like what's called something cloth?
I don't know. Dragon's cloth? I'm just making.
Dude, hold on. I need to know the name. It's gonna bother me.
Yeah, it's like medieval couples fighting. That might pop off, dude. I had this idea because like me and my girl, we've been watching The Bachelor. Have you ever watched The Bachelor?
Chainmail. Sorry. Continue.
Chainmail? Okay.
I'm
I'm in
stuff
this.
that like is like mesh that you can't stab into. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. I like that medieval couple fighting. That'd be a good like sporting event. Damn, people stay like an hour into this podcast. They might steal our ideas. You got to be safe what we say. I had this idea, dude. I've been watching The Bachelor. Have you ever watched The Bachelor before?
Yes, I have.
It's like The Bachelor, but it's like a really skinny black dude and a bunch of chubby white girls, and it's in Roseville. And they go on dates to go to like the Diesel Lounge, and like, oh, whoa, my cat. Whoa, you can't be here. They go to like the Diesel Lounge and like the Chuck E. Cheese in Roseville.
Go play a round of bowling at Premier Lanes and then go to the concert.
Yeah. I got another idea, like a GTA video game, but it's in Detroit, and if you get killed, you respawn at the BP and 11 and Gratiot. That'd be a good one too. I like that.
Dude, what I really like, again, sorry, just the biggest Detroit guy now that I'm gone from it. It's just like it makes more sense than every other city because I have the most practice with it. But when people talk about roads and they have names in other places, it's annoying. Like our Detroit is literally just a grid. Like
It is,
with
yeah.
roads like this.
The hashtag, yeah.
And then the one is numbered north to south.
Yeah, it's very easy, dude.
Left to right, they have names that I've memorized. So
Yeah. Dude, how come you don't have 21 North Ave tatted on you yet? the crossroads of the stop sign.
just North Avenue.
You can be like, you've heard of 8 Mile, right? Well, I grew up on 21 Mile. They're like, oh.
So that's about can't do math.
13 miles away.
Yeah, 11.
Oh, no, I think it's 13. 13 plus 8.
You're right.
Yeah, dude. Dude, what is this, man?
I need my calculator.
Yeah, man, we haven't been out of school that long. Uh, but yeah, you get that tatted on you, dude.
Oh well.
Yeah, you were about 13 miles from 8 Mile. You were about because what would you say? When does the glass in the gas stations come up? Would you say that's like 11 mile in south? Maybe 12 mile does that actually.
12 miles where it changes.
12 mile.
Yeah, because when you're on like 13 in Grossbeck, things start to get bad.
Yeah.
Like, wow, this is getting significantly worse than it was the last few
Yeah,
miles.
dude. Remember when I lived on 13 in Hayes? Remember
Yeah,
that?
well,
And you visited
my
me?
grandma lived on 13 in Hayes, so
Yeah,
it's not
like
good.
when I was living there, dude. Like I still claim Roseville. You can take the kid out of Roseville. You can't take the Roseville out the kid. And I was there for a year.
There's like four cities going on there. You got Sterling Heights and Warren.
Yeah.
Fraser's in a little part of that,
Fraser, yeah. Oh, East Point?
where the great Ken Kraleski is from.
Yeah, shout out to Ken.
Yeah.
The best soul patch in the game, dude.
Honestly, man, if I saw it today, it would probably like blind me.
Probably.
I haven't seen that man in a minute.
Yeah. I don't know the last time I've seen Ken, but I'm gonna send Todd this. Todd was asking about this earlier.
Who which one of your boys down there from high school needs the most work in their life?
Needs the most work in their
Yeah,
life?
just call him out right now.
Josh Lupo.
You need
No, no, you don't need help. He just needs help with his attitude. His piss poor attitude. But everything else, though, I'd say Landon Kirkus. He needs the
Yeah.
most help.
Yeah.
But he's a lost cause, dude. I swear, because he plays video games all the time. Like he has like a permanent in his hair, like the from like your headphones. You know, when you were a kid, you've been playing video games for so long, you have a dent. Bro, he has that like it's like tattooed in his head now. Like they don't know what to do with it. Like his hair, dude. His hair is just matted down all the time, dude. Doesn't matter what barber he goes to, they can't get the. They can't get it. Dude, it might even have Apple, like the Apple Beats, might even have the Apple logo imprinted in his hair.
He's got a receding hairline from the middle where it has.
He should just get Apple tatted right there. Dude, my man plays so much 2K, dude. He's living in what's that movie called where they're living in virtual reality? Ready Player One. Like that's his life, dude. He's probably sweet in like virtual reality. He's probably catfishing the shit out of someone. He's probably dope in like his video games. But like, man, real life, dude. That's a lost man.
What are you looking forward to this year?
In 2023? Man. Probably I mean, that's like first thing came to my head was Lions football. Dude, I know football ain't even over
It's
with.
gonna be a big fall for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, on a real note, dude, I think like uh just my job and where my career is going, you know, I feel like it's all kind of coming together. I'm starting to like I don't want to say like I'm like turning heads or nothing like that, but I'm starting to like build my network and like people are like noticing like I'm like working hard in the field and I've made like some really cool connections, not only like in my business unit, which is like called the central business unit, but I'm kind of growing my network with I went on like what's called a blitz with like this guy Eddie Vargas. So he's the senior director for field execution in where is he? San Diego. And then same exact title, senior director, but he's in St. Louis. So like I'm just starting to meet people from all around the country and like I've been keeping up. So I'm just excited to see where this year takes me, like career wise, honestly. That's something I'm
That's a
looking
vibe.
that's something I'm looking forward to. Cause yeah, honestly, I don't want to be in my position much longer. Like I love my job. Like, dude, it's just so easy. But like, I'm at the point now. I don't want easy now. I want a little bit of a challenge. You know, it's like playing Madden on easy. Like, dude, you can keep winning, but it's like I want a little bit of a challenge too now.
I think that's everywhere, and I think it's good that you have some kind of comfort in your job. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I feel the same way sometimes. You run
Yeah,
into a facility, and I'm just like, at this point, it's like close my eyes, hand of paper. Some kids like, I don't know how to do this exercise. I shout something at them, they do it right, and I'm just like, is this it?
mm-hmm.
Like, is this all we're doing? So it's like trying to separate like things that you can get. Because like at the end of the day, everybody who hears what I do for work is always like, that is so cool that you can do something that you're passionate about every single day.
It is.
But at the end of the day, when you need something to feed you, it will become work no matter what. Like it will. It has the
Mm-hmm.
power to do that regardless.
Mm-hmm.
And in order for it to become like a regular part of your routine, it has to become routine. Like you have to learn how to do it with confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Up until that point, you just feel like, oh, this is exciting. I'm learning about it.
Yeah.
So you try to learn it as fast as you can, and then you learn it rather quickly. And then it's like, oh, I have to keep trying to do new things. And then like in my field, I run into all the time, like the new things aren't coming out like left and right. Or if they are they useful? Like most times, like not really. Like if
Mm-hmm.
I just do the most basic thing, it'll work
Mm-hmm.
because I'm dealing
Yeah.
with high school.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It's weird at the end of the day. Like I think the big goal for me in this year is just to find a way to make money and then be able to do what I actually want on the side, which
Yeah.
for
Mm-hmm.
me is like training.
Mm-hmm.
I just love to have like all the resources in the world to spend money on training. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, dude. Amen, brother. So what's some more like your goals like from a coaching standpoint? Like how exactly do you measure like
It's hard to
performance, like how
measure.
far you've come? Yeah.
That's like the golden question in the industry is like, how do you sit down in a job interview and tell somebody that you are worth them hiring? Because
Mm-hmm.
in every other job, there's a black and white things that you can be good at. Like, and if we're talking any kind of sales position, it's like, okay, well, what'd you move?
Yeah. Like like I told you Cole once on the phone, like, dude, if you would have told me this is what you were gonna do when we were in seventh grade, I'd have been like, yeah, I know. That makes sense. Like, you know what I'm
No, for
saying?
sure.
Like if anyone would have
I
been like if someone would have been like, because all my friends are electricians, like Landon's gonna be electrician, Ryan, I'd be like, oh wow, that's cool. I didn't see that coming. But like you, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense, dude. I get that.
yeah,
Um,
it's
but
definitely what I wanted to do. It's definitely what
yeah.
I want to do. I love doing it. I love like the college team in the morning. Like I go there at 7 a.m. on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and usually I'm pretty chipper about it. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
exciting to be there. It's not a drag.
That's kind of a question I have about like what you do is like how has like training for baseball like kind of like changed as to like how is it adapted as to like when we were training? Like how more is it much more complex now? Is there different ways you like measure like um
There's a whole bunch of shit that came out in the last like 10 years as far as like data collection goes. And like the colleges and like higher the institutions with more money are kind of extrapolating all these resources and using them and trying to figure out like what's useful and what's not.
mhm,
And what we're learning is the things that are really useful are the things that give you feedback, right? So they make like I think this is just from the last 10 years. There's this little mat. It's like a black mat. You can buy them in different sizes. It goes on the ground. You jump off of it, you land on it, it'll give you an estimated vertical jump, like in inches,
okay.
which is cool. That's very basic.
Yeah.
The technology is not obviously like I'm not an engineer. I couldn't have ever figured that out, but
Mhm.
it's good feedback. But now we're getting to the point where kids are like not on purpose. I don't think anybody's doing it on purpose, but if you land with like your knees bent, it'll artificially make your vertical jump higher because you're off the ground longer. You're pulling your knee. So there's all these videos of these kids hitting 40-inch verticals and they're like pulling their knees to their chest. And that's just like, no, probably not. And then guys who like brag about it. So even when we find something that's like a cool tool to train with, somebody finds a way to just ruin it. And then the whole industry starts to be like up in arms of like, oh, should we use this? Should we not?
Yeah.
And then like the things that technology has figured out for us
Mhm.
that are like common sense. Like there's this thing called force velocity profiling.
Is that
So without
velo?
getting what?
Is
Yeah.
that
So
called velo? So okay, because Pizzonia throws out this word velo a lot, and dude, I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what he's talking about when he talks about measuring velo. So enlighten me, because this is actually I needed
yeah, it's
this.
just more velocity, right? Like velocity is just like how hard balls coming out
Oh, okay.
off a bat or off the arm. But velocity on the force velocity curve, like basic graph right here, right?
Hmm.
So if we say that this axis right here is force,
Okay.
that's how that works. Yeah, force, and then this is velocity. What we could say is like there's this giant curve that runs through, and on this side, this is high velocity, low force. So like sprinting, like you don't have any weight on you, and you're moving as fast as you can.
Okay.
Like your body. And then here is like a 1 rep max back squat, like
Oh.
heaviest weight you can lift, slow but strong, fast not strong, slow strong. And then there's this curve. So our whole goal as strength coaches is just to keep moving this thing to the right. Like we want the strongest and fastest, so we have the most power, which is right in the middle, and we just keep trying to move it to the right with training. So there is more force and then more velocity, right?
Okay.
So in our quest to do that, you train along all of these components that are in between,
Okay.
right? So training has not changed in the last 50 years
Uh-huh.
because of that. Because all we try to do is do that. So somebody came up with this bright idea like, let's decide, can we figure out who is deficient in what category. So they come up with these elaborate tests, like you throw different weights of med balls or run different distance sprints, and they tell you you're weak in this area of force velocity. Okay, well, if you get a kid who comes in to train with you and say they're like the fastest kid you've ever seen, but they're 110 pounds and they're not strong,
Mm-hmm.
I can give you a force velocity profile today, right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably force deficient because they're weak.
Yeah, yeah.
And the thing that will make them better at sports is making them stronger.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's like at the end of the day, it ends up being a lot of stuff that's just like a really, really overcomplicated, simple thing.
Okay. And are you writing like nutritional plans for these kids too?
For the kids, no. I have like what I'm doing right now with my other Instagram account is online personal training for like regular people. Is what I'm
Okay.
trying to get into big time because I think that's a huge market. I really like I want to, like we talked about a little bit, but I want to help men feel more masculine and just like go after masculinity and confidence and like muscle size and strength and get something out of your training
Mm-hmm.
and make a transformation. Like
Yeah.
as common as that sounds, like that's what I want to do. Really, at
Mm-hmm.
the end of the day.
That's beautiful, brother. I like that mission statement. And I'm gonna post a link to like when I post this, I'll put like link to your Instagram and everything. Like if you have like a page too, like to like promote like your nutritional stuff, because yeah, you have like a fitness page too, right?
Yeah,
I'll,
Austin.trains on Instagram is my
yeah, I'll post
personal.
that. So one thing I've really realized, like my dude, I've been helping coach baseball for 2 weeks now. It's
Yeah.
so hard to put into words, like it's like because it's like muscle. Like we've been doing this forever, so like things in baseball we never have to like think about because we've just done so many reps. But when you have to break it down and put it into words, it's so hard. Like it's so hard to explain to these kids like how I did that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I mean, that was like the first 2 years of me coaching because when you start doing something, do you know what the Dunning-Kruger effect is?
Mm-mm.
It's this idea that you learned a little bit about something, so you feel like you know everything until somebody humbles you and brings you back down. And
Okay.
then you actually, like, over time, understand and or like become an expert,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, like, the Dunning-Kruger effect, it happens for all athletes. Like, for me in training, when I started strength coaching, I thought I knew everything because I trained and I had some good results after like a year of doing it. So I was like, I know everything. I could be a coach now. And then
Mm-hmm.
you go do it, and then you try to explain something that's like
Yeah.
the most basic thing you can do, and you can't explain to somebody else how you even get there.
Mm-hmm.
And then that like that'll either turn on your coach brain and make it a passion for a lifetime, or
Mm-hmm.
you'll get out of it
Yeah.
ASAP because you're like, this is kind of annoying.
See, what I'm kind of doing, like my role right now, I'm looking at like because Pizzonia, he played baseball like much higher level as I did, like same like you played college baseball. Like he knows
Yeah,
like the fundamentals. He's like he knows how to put it into words. He's been doing this longer than I have. But I think about like what I lacked in a coach, and that was like, what it was like with that coach drops like he was kind of like I'll say it mean. You know what I'm saying? Like he like did not give me confidence. Like did not make me like feel good about myself. So where I'm like my role, I feel like on the team is just to like honestly like make it known to these kids that like they're like special and they could be just as good as like they put into this game. You know what I'm saying? Like 'cause a lot of these kids are new and you could see it. They're not confident. So it's about like for me, I'm trying to connect with these kids and be like their friend and mentor and like trying to just bring the best out of them and like make them feel good. You know what I'm saying? That's where I think I lack. That's why like when I look back at like my favorite coaches, dude, they might
yeah.
not have been the smartest guys, but they made me feel damn good. And like, dude, confidence, like as you know, in baseball, dude, it's 90% mental. Like it'll take you so much far. It'll take you so far, dude. And when you have a coach who's out there who's like mentally like draining you, dude, it's not helping you at all, dude.
Oh, we said that all the time when I worked in college football, dude. It's like you wake up, you go to breakfast, somebody is just like hammering you about what you're eating. And
Mm-hmm.
then you go to injury check, and it's like, make sure you do your treatment. Like, why are you half-assing your treatment? And then they go to film with the coach. It's like, why'd you miss this block in practice? And
Yeah.
the set third hour of it. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like, it's like you've taken 200 reps. Like, why did you even waste your time doing this shitty ass block? Then
Mm-hmm.
they go to practice, get the business from their coaches. Then they go to lift and then get the business from their coaches. Then they go
Mm-hmm.
to another meal where they get the business from the coaches.
Mm-hmm.
So like at one point while we were a staff there, we looked at each other and we're like, they are literally brain fried 24/7, dude. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what can we do? And then of course, like me and our coworkers, like you said, like you have common sense. It's like, what did we like doing? It's like, well, we're the weight room coaches. Like, let's make it like the most fun hour of the day. So that way, like, there's some like restoration. Like, we're exercising, dude, and the rest of the day is a nightmare. So it's like, if you don't feel good, like, we get it. Like, we got to train hard. Like, we want to win games. But at the end of the day, like, it's about them and wanting to be there, because you don't want to be the old prick. But like, there's a balance to it too that I'm kind of learning now through like my third and fourth, fifth year of it. It's just like, when you are the good guy, people do like you, but you can accomplish a lot more too if you try to instill like the discipline, authority.
Yeah.
So there's like a balance to it.
Exactly. I'm saying it's finding that balance, dude, and like building that relationship is like the first thing, because you know how it is. Like when you're like, when you fuck around with your buddies, like if I was like to like roast you right now, you're not gonna take it serious. So it's like, if you build that relationship enough with these kids where they like you, then you could be a prick to them and not gonna take it personal. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like big brother, little brother, like, you know what I'm saying?
Kids love that, dude. I mean, like, there's kids. I work with like over 170 kids on a daily basis when I'm at the college, which is ridiculous to me. But when you see a kid and like you use his name to him, bro, that's for some kids, that's everything. Like, because they're in these big groups, they don't even have coaches who like ever like taken the time to learn their name.
Yeah.
So just like I mean, like, I got kids. It's funny. I'm coaching a lot of youth teams right now because it's spring and the high school season's going. But there's kids who I've just said like hi to them about their first name. They find me on Instagram that night and follow me.
Yeah, dude. I had kids on the team last week who were like asking for my Instagram. And yeah, it's
not hard to be a good person, and good people just go further every single field that there is, right? Like you have to be both. Like, if you want to be a really good, accomplished coach, there's parts of discipline that are worked into that system. But at the end of the day, if you're not a good person, and there's a lot of successful coaches out there who I've heard are not great people, like famous coaches, like world famous coaches. But at the end of the day, especially like if you're talking like pro football, there are a million people on staff, so somebody's got to be a good part of that, you know.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's good to be a good person for sure.
It is, dude. Amen, man. Yeah, it's all about just like trying to keep it light. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the same thing with like work, dude. When I'm around like these like, that's why like that's what's always kind of turned me off about like the corporate like kind of like job, like corporate lifestyle, is like some of these people are just so serious all the time, dude. It's like, I like to keep it light, keep it fun. You know what I'm saying? I get nervous when it's all tense and tight. Like, I get nervous, dude. But like when I had these like people like back to like my job, like coming in like these hot shots, dude, that I always see on these national calls talking in front of hundreds of people. Now they're like hitting stores with me, dude. I'm talking to them. Like, I'm like, dude, these people keep it light. They're super genuine dudes and cool. And like, it just being like, makes you think like, dude, I could do the same thing.
100%.
But yeah, like you said, dude, it's all, being a good person.
And just the idea that you are the sum of the people you surround yourself with is like the most true thing in the world.
Yeah.
Like, that's another thing I got and I'm doing it out of necessity for myself. Like, I was a coach. I can't just go get a job wherever I want. Like, I have to move around to find good jobs, but that's fine. But one thing I've learned since being in this community where everybody's kind of like really rich, and I'm around a bunch of business owners, a bunch of high achieving people who don't have time to do things all the time, it's just, I've learned to like really hammer the pedal to the ground and try to work for something that's possible for me. Because at the end of the day, when I was at home, I felt like, and it wasn't like I had like, you're a great person. Like, the people I was surrounding myself with were great people. But like, I thought I was just going to get a job and then be done forever. And then now I got here and I'm like, I could be a business owner. Like, I could make a bunch of money. I could work remote if I really wanted to.
Yeah. I could be my own boss.
I mean, pretty much, bro.
Yeah.
You don't think that until you're around people who are doing it, like right in front of you. Like, yeah, why aren't you? And it's like, oh, yeah, you're right, I guess.
I think, that's where I've always kind of looked up to you, is like, because you are very self-disciplined and like you're not scared to like take that leap and like move across the country. Like, dude, you were in Michigan, then you went to Ohio, then you went to Texas, and it's like, man,
it's lonely too, and that's what everybody's really afraid of, is that they're gonna have to assimilate to something new, or like be away from their family or whatever. But like, at the end of the day, I was in the perfect situation to kind of pack up and go try to start something new. And if I hated this, I could easily move back to Southeast Michigan today if I really wanted to. I could quit my job and fly my ass home. I really could. There's nothing at the end of the day, whatever you're afraid to do and whatever excuse you think you can make to prevent yourself from, going out and doing something that you might be like the opportunity of your dreams, like really look at what your worst case scenario is at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Chances are, especially if you're like a college educated person who has a job that they found either with their college degree, or even especially so for people who have jobs that don't involve their college degree, like how hard is it truthfully for you to go back to what you were doing before if you tried to take the biggest leap in the world and go do what you wanted to do? Like chances are, like for me right now, we talk about this with two of my buddies, but like if I wanted to go work for the military, I could go make 65K right now. Like this year, maybe next year.
Yeah.
Just go move to an army town, a military town, and go work there. So I can do whatever I want, and I have a fallback opportunity because of my education, because of my certification.
Yeah.
So, like, I am an idiot if I don't take this stride right now while I'm a single 20-something in a state where nobody knows me.
Yeah.
I have all the opportunity in the world to just work, save.
Yeah.
It sucks sometimes. I want to go, like, fly across the country and go hang out.
And where do you see yourself in, like, I know we have a minute and a half, so less than a 2-minute warning, but like where do you see this going next?
I want to go full, like, without at risk of my boss hearing this, but like I want a full remote opportunity where I can spend time with people like you. Like I can just have an income in my laptop and then go buy a plane ticket, go hang out in Detroit for like a week, go spend time with my family. Like encourage my friends, like have enough money to like say like, hey, I got this place here. Like if you have a long weekend, come see me.
Yeah.
Like let's go visit. Like I want to be all over the place, dude. I want to pursue bodybuilding like full time. Like I want to invest my resources. See, like with all the money in the world thrown at this activity, like can I be the best at it?
Yeah.
So I have the other parts of it. It's always just like time is just holds you back from doing whatever you want to do. Like I can't. I got to go to work. Like I'm the only person who works for my company. I have to work. So if I had like an opportunity to just like take a chunk of time off and do something I wanted to do, man, I'm gonna be the happiest man in the world.
Yeah, I know. I wish we didn't have less than a minute, but hey, dude, it was great catching up with you, bro. I got to get ready for this Pistons game, and I love you, dude. Dude, let's definitely do this again soon, okay?
No, for sure.
All right, man. All right, bro. And like I said, man, Storytime Uncle Mike, episode 3. Pleasure having you, dude. Love you, dog.
Pleasure being here. See you, man.
Peace.
Love you too.
Kisses.
Love hasn't been the same since I saw you. Too many chances I done gave you to change. You always on my mind and I don't know why. Time flies and I'm sitting here all alone like before, trying to figure out what I did wrong. But all I did was love you like no one else could. I said I'm sorry that it took me this long to express the way I'm feeling. I said I'm sorry for pushing you away when I shouldn't have done it. I said I'm sorry, I said I'm sorry, I said I'm sorry, sorry. Love hasn't been the same since I saw you. Too many chances I done gave you to change. You always on my mind and I don't know why. Time flies and I'm sitting here all alone like before, trying to figure out what I did wrong. But all I did was love you like no one else could. I said I'm sorry, sorry. I said I'm sorry.